What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Just Talk About. I'm your host, Tony Lopez, and alongside me is my homie, my friend, my co-host, Jeff Burtis. Jeff, what is going on, baby?
Nothing much. You like that little production I put in there?
I do like that.
I
Now,
mean, we were supposed to be live 20 minutes ago, but things happen.
some things, cause a delay, but no worries. We are
Yeah.
here. We are here to give you the best headlines, the best news, and everything. What's
So,
up, Johnny? Hey,
yeah,
and
we're a bit late in this. I mean, me between me waking up and Tony needing to go to the bathroom.
take a
Yeah,
shower. Honestly, I felt
the
dirty.
shower. Yes.
But again, for the people watching live, I appreciate you guys being here. For the people who will be listening later, we always appreciate you guys.
Yes.
But now we gonna get started talking with the biggest headline in Metroplex sports. TCU is going bowling, baby! Woo!
The Hypnotoad. All glory to the Hypnotoad.
Yeah, baby. Hell yeah. All glory to the Hypnotoad. TCU somehow, even with the heartbreaking overtime loss in the Big 12 championship game against the mighty Kansas State Wildcats,
For the record,
still proved
for the record, it is a top 10 team.
it's a top 10 team,
For the record,
but without a shadow of a doubt, they proved that they are still one of the top teams in the country, without a shadow of a doubt.
straight facts. As I'm trying to get the right purple on here. As I'm trying to get the right purple on, yes. Go TCU. Hopefully, that'll work. That'll
Look,
work.
Maximilian Duggan.
Is that what we're calling him now?
He's a House of Duggan.
Nah,
Max
just
Duggan. Maximilian Duggan. Bro, he could possibly win the Heisman Trophy. Realistically, he could possibly win the Heisman Trophy.
He really could. He really could.
And especially with the gutsy performance that he put on towards the end of that game against Kansas State, they earned their spot. They absolutely earned their spot in the college football playoff. It wasn't a loss; it was more of a setback.
It was a setback. Literally, what really helped TCU was USC shitting the bed.
Yeah, absolutely.
If USC did not, if USC took care of their own business, all the pressure would have been on TCU because Ohio State was just waiting. Ohio State was just lurking like, okay, one of you teams fuck up, we're in, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Their only loss was to friggin' Michigan, the number 2 team in the friggin' country. So with USC shitting the bed like they did.
And they didn't just shit the bed. They shit the bed to the same team twice in one season, which makes that argument even louder. The fact that they lost the way they did.
By 20.
They
lost by 20. TCU only lost by 3 to a top 10 team that literally they beat already in the regular season.
Yeah, and I watched that game. I watched that game live. It was not good the entirety of the time. You know, the only person who looked good in that game was Jerry Rice's kid for USC. And we always forget Jerry Rice has kids who play football. And he plays receiver.
Tony, we grew up watching friggin' Jerry Rice, Marvin Harrison as kids. And now as adults now in our 30s,
their kids take over, bro.
Kids take over.
Think about it. We got a Asante Samuel Jr. in the NFL. We have Antoine J.C. Horn, Antoine Whitfield Jr. Like, just guys, like there's kids all over. Like Christian McCaffrey, for crying out loud, is one of those guys. We always forget that Joe McCaffrey was the receiver.
Jesus Christ.
Joe won 2 Super Bowls. No, but okay. So this sets up a matchup with TCU and the Michigan Wolverines for the Fiesta Bowl on New Year's Eve. Now, that will be a 3:00 Central Standard Time game.
Oh,
Which,
I tried making a wager with a Michigan fan. He's not wanting to make a wager because
yeah, I wouldn't
he
either.
knows damn well Michigan. In his words, Michigan's gonna win. Why would I make that wager?
Ooh, that means you should make the bet. I absolutely agree. You should make the bet right there. Because if you don't make the bet, what's the fun in this? Like, seriously, what's the fun?
Where's the fun in that? I mean, just $20, just $20 right now.
That's a simple 20,
Just a simple 20. Literally,
I mean, it's
$20.
not like the 50 I have on the Cowboys game and having to buy an Eagles jersey, possibly. Oh, look at that back there. No, yeah. No, but also the other semifinal, because of USC's loss, sets up a major matchup between Ohio State and Georgia in Atlanta at the Peach Bowl. That, yes, I understand that's.
I got something I gotta say about that.
Okay.
Literally, you could have just put in Michigan and Ohio State, but they didn't want that rematch. They're telling basically Ohio State, you want that rematch against Michigan? You got to earn it by being the best team in the country. And let's be honest, I'm grateful because TCU against Georgia, I ain't even going to make that bet. I am not. I want no business with Georgia because Georgia is just built differently. They are literally just. I saw a little bit of highlights of the LSU, the SEC championship game. The point of attack, the open field tackling, how fast they get to the ball. It is absolutely ridiculous. That is like literally NFL. That's literally close to an NFL team as I've seen in college football in recent memory.
And that Michigan team is fantastic, but also at the same time, Ohio State didn't lose because they're a bad team. They didn't lose because of their bad team. And I think against any other team, they would have been prepared. But Michigan, it's so much more than just the game itself. It's the rivalry. It's the tradition. Literally, throw the stats out the book. If there's stats on that game, throw it out the book. It's a 1v1, mano a mano. Who's the best? Period. It's one of those games.
Period. End of story. End of story on that one. But yeah, going into the Michigan TCU game, I was just looking up some of the
Don't. I was about to say, don't look at the tickets now.
I ain't looking at the tickets now. What you talking about? I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah.
Look at how good the Michigan is on defense.
Yeah, they're one of the best teams in the country.
That is hella scary. If you'll excuse me while I go figure this out.
But also, I'm going to give you predictions. Hard predictions on this one. I'm going to take TCU over Michigan by 3.
By 3. You see that spread? You see the spread right there?
7.5. Yeah. Okay. I'll take. Look, if I'm betting spread, I'm betting the under on that.
You betting the under?
Yeah, I'm not great. They're not going to get 7.5 on TCU.
The over/under is 59.
Ooh, that might be over. Because look, TCU is one of the highest scoring teams in the country too. So,
but I'm looking at this I'm looking at the defense.
Hold on, go back up real quick. Show me Max Duggan, 3,300. Click him real quick, please. I need to see his full list of stats because the passing yards don't show me enough.
On an eerie Fansville by
excuse me while shut that off.
Oh, the coaching carousel.
33!
Oh no!
What's
happening?
You don't.
I have no idea. I'm not even gonna
Another screen.
A esto le dicen fútbol. That's the international
I'm shutting this off now. Gotta love ESPN for that. Gotta love ESPN. I tried.
That's no worries. But look, Max Duggan is a Heisman candidate. I know CJ Stroud is also one. Caleb Williams, and I forget who the last one was. But
give me a second. I can pull that up for you.
But all I know is, in reality, it may be up to Caleb Williams and Max Duggan on who gets the Heisman Trophy. But again, I'm taking TCU over Michigan, and I will take Georgia over Ohio State just to play it safe.
I agree with you, but would I be surprised if Michigan wins? No.
Would I be surprised if Ohio State won? No.
I don't care who comes out of TCU Michigan. I'm pulling for them in the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in full agreement on that.
I don't care who wins on that one, but I want TCU. I want the Cinderella story. I want the dream to keep living.
And now let's talk about the biggest college football news of the week. And it's one story. It's literally one story, but it has multi-layers to this.
This is a very much college football atmosphere.
It makes sense to. I mean, yes, we got the bowl games happening starting, I want to say this weekend. It's either this weekend or next weekend. But also Navy Army is this weekend. So shouts to our servicemen and women. Also,
Amen,
these are going to be the cleanest uniforms you see on screen. Period. Point blank.
Point blank. Is that what you're going with?
I like 100%.
You got one game. It's the Army Navy game.
Yeah,
literally
only game this weekend.
Only game this weekend. Bowl games start December 11th.
But let's talk about Deion Sanders taking the job at Colorado University. Deion, this was probably the smartest move he could make. Think about it. You're going from Jackson State, where the funding is low, and you're not going to get that much TV exposure, to Colorado, a D1 program that could, if things are moving right, he could contend immediately just based on what I'm seeing happening in the goddamn transfer portal. Look, there have been more people asking Deion on, hey, can I come to play for you at Colorado now? Than any Colorado. Like, Colorado didn't pay their players last year, and it showed. They didn't give them any kind of NIL deals, and it showed. You could see it with the record on the field. You could see the way that, because of the way they played, it showed. That's why their coaching staff got fired. That's why you bring in a Deion Sanders. He's not just name value. It's everything around Deion. He's a great coach. He has a great coaching staff he's bringing with him. And you already know some of his players that were with him at Jackson State are going with him. They had the #1 recruit in the country last season, Travis Hunter, decommit from Florida State to go play for Prime, specifically at Jackson State, because he wanted to play for Prime. He is a wide receiver and cornerback. And he's already said, there was a video of online where somebody clipped his Twitch stream where he was reacting to the press conference of Deion going to Colorado. And he's like, I'll be there with you, coach. I'm coming with you, coach.
Like I said, loyal players to prime time. They're loyal.
And look, it's for some players, it's about, yes, exposure, marketability, but also they know if they play for Prime, they're going to be playing for a proven winner. His resume speaks for itself. And
it's rare that we see players make the transition to from great player to great coach. Well, it's not very rare.
And he also has the right foundation around him as well. Like he has people around him that's going to help the team be better as well. The people that's in his circle makes the Deion experience that much better. Like, he's bringing his son, Shedeur Sanders, who could, if it wasn't for Deion being at Jackson State, he would have been in the top 5 program. He's that good of a quarterback. I remember him in high school being in Flower Mound and him training with guys like Rodney Peete, Tom Brady. He was getting NFL training in high school. This kid's ready.
Wow, these kids nowadays. We're going to be looking back and we're like, man, what kind of era did we live in for football?
And it's the fact of one, this transfer portal where they're able to transfer immediately to a different university.
Yeah.
Instead of having to wait. And then also the added factor of the NIL to where they're going to get paid.
The transfer, like, I've never seen so many players just randomly transfer from out of nowhere. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, literally, what the hell is this?
Like, okay. I saw JT Barrett. I want to say, I think that's who it is.
I remember, like, didn't Jalen Hurts transfer from, like, OU, like, from
Jalen
Oklahoma?
Hurts transferred from OU to, from Alabama to OU.
Alabama, because Tua took all the spotlight. He wanted to chance to show off and play.
And he got an opportunity. So I understand why he transferred.
So, funny thing, have you noticed, just off subject, have you noticed how bad some of these OU quarterbacks have been coming out of the NFL?
Depends on which ones. Yeah, that's the weird ones.
I mean, Jalen Hurts, would you consider him an Alabama or OU?
I honestly do consider him an Alabama quarterback, even though if you look on any resume that he's going to have in the NFL, it's going to say University of Oklahoma. It will say that.
But he transferred. But
he transferred.
It's going back to my transfer.
I mean, think about it. Joe Burrow transferred
Joe
from Ohio State to LSU.
Look what that did. He's gonna be known. He's gonna be known for his LSU career than he is his.
Oh yeah, it was like what 1 or 2 years at LSU. That's it.
And he won a chip.
He won. He didn't just win a chip. They dominated and got that chip.
And smoking Joe is smoking that Chief pack right now.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, because I like Mahomes.
And that is a perfect segue into this week's NFL action because, yes, again, Cincinnati beat Kansas City. They beat them again. And what does that mean? More bragging rights for Cincinnati. More. And now we can't say anything bad. We can't. We think that Cincinnati's falling off. They're not falling off. It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But at the same time, we'll see what happens in the next few weeks because look, the playoffs are right around the corner. Around the corner. We're in December.
Right around the corner now. I'm gonna try this one more time. I will just show there we go. This is the thing I can do in StreamYard. I can actually show what's actually happening. Like as we can just look at the score. It's this exact same score as the AFC divisional the championship game. It was the exact same score. It's almost identical games.
Mm-hmm.
The freaking Cincinnati Bengals have beaten the Chiefs 3 times in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
The last game, the second to last game in the regular season, the divisional round, and now this 3 straight times in the same year. Can we just say some teams just have their number, right?
Yeah, exactly. And Cincinnati absolutely has Kansas City's number, and it's 3 straight matchups, 3 straight wins. It just makes sense why they're winning games.
Literally, they're limiting the running game. They're limiting Mahomes. What are they doing? What in your opinion?
Look at that stat. Look at that stat line on the rushing real quick. Samaje Perine.
20.
Joe Mixon was out with an injury.
Mm-hmm.
He had 106 yards rushing. They relied on Samaje Perine.
Mm-hmm. If you picked him up in fantasy, you were eating with Samaje Perine.
And this was also Jamar Chase's first game back from his injury.
Yeah, look at that. 7 for 97.
Jamar Chase makes that much of a difference for this team.
Tyler Boyd also did his thing, 4 for 60. I like that.
But I'm like the receivers. When you get Chase out there, it frees everything up for everybody else. And plus, the chemistry between Burrow and Chase is unmatched.
But literally, I'm also looking at the fumble. Mr. Travis Kelce.
That was his first fumble this season, I want to say.
Yeah, I want to say yes. It's just like, what the heck? What the heck happened?
What happened? that is Cincinnati's defense was on point. And also
Yep.
the jaw jacking before the game. Oh man. When you see Cincinnati DBs talking crap to the Kansas City receivers, it makes it that much better. That much better.
Much better. As I'm updating the banner for Smoking Joe.
But I will say this: they still have some things to prove. They're 8-4 on the season, 4-1 at home. That means
they got to win the division first, but I don't know if they can even win that division because
they're only 4. Oh, interesting. That means they have more home games than road games for the rest of the season.
Who?
Cincinnati.
Well, let's look at their schedule.
Well, if you look at it, it says 4-1 at home. Only 4-1. They're 8-4 on the season.
Yep, and the remaining 4. You see, you got the Cleveland Browns,
at Bucks, at Patriots, at Bills. At home versus the Bills, and at home versus the Ravens.
That's the Sunday night game. That's your Sunday night game.
What, Ravens Bengals?
Yes.
Makes sense. I can see that.
That is your Sunday night game. Winner gets the division.
Okay, I could see it.
I'm calling that right. If things happen like I planned, I'm calling it. That will be the Sunday night game for the last game of the season.
It makes sense. Now, Jeff, do me a favor. Pull up the scores from last week.
You got it.
All right.
This is this week. Was it this week?
Previous week.
Previous week. Because that's Raiders Rams. We'll do that for later. So
Bills beat the Patriots Thursday night pretty easily. Don't have to really worry much about that.
Josh Allen really did Josh Allen things.
Yeah. Also, Cowboys demolished the Colts on Sunday night. It was close until like second half, really.
It was literally the fourth quarter.
Go Cowboys! Go Cowboys!
I will keep doing this every time. I'm not even going to let me have this. When you produce, then you can have some. Oh yeah, let me go check that out now.
But look, 33 points in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
That's unheard of. The Steelers beating the Falcons. It was actually a fairly close game the entire game. It
was actually a very gritty game. A very classic Steelers football game.
And where it needed to be because of the defense. And also Cam Hayward also getting their first Cam Hayward's brother getting his first NFL touchdown in this game and honoring his dad, who used to be a Falcons great. At the same time, it was
this
a great
is for
moment.
the people that are actually watching the YouTuber. If you're listening to this on Spotify, we are streaming this also on YouTube as well. So this is a perk of actually doing it on the live stream. You can't get this. You cannot get this on Spotify.
Absolutely not. You got to watch us live, or you can watch the replay as well. We leave the replays up.
Yeah, that works too. Now what you
the
Packers.
Well, look, that's a good win going into the bye week for the Packers. That's for sure.
Rodgers owns the Bears. Nothing more to say about that.
But let's just be real. Justin Fields in the next few years is going to be incredible.
Just build a team around him.
Yeah, that's all you have to do is build a team around him.
Despite the Bears being 3-10, I see a lot of potential.
Yeah, and they're going to get a high draft pick because they are 3-10. So.
Yep. Now, Lions, Jags. Go Detroit.
What I think Trevor Lawrence got hurt in this game, didn't he?
I think he did. Yes.
Yeah. So really, you could tell the score affected that. But also the Detroit Lions dominated at home. I'm actually going to say this now. Dan Campbell's job is safe. Absolutely safe right now.
Give him time. Just give him time. Just give a quarterback.
Look, they're 5-7. They've already gotten more wins this season than they did last season. So that's a start.
If they finish with a winning record like 9-8, I'd be happy with that.
Mm-hmm. But who knows? We'll see what happens. The Jets and the
one of the
Vikings.
biggest shockers. This team.
Woo! Okay, so that game, there was just a lot of bad play calling in certain
missed opportunities.
I think they were just bad play calls in those opportunities. I watched it. I'm like, yeah, they had multiple 4th down opportunities, extremely close to it was like a 4th and 1, 4th and 2, 4th and goal, and they couldn't convert because it was shit play calling.
No, that 4th and goal. Let me go. Let's just get this out. Let's just talk about this straight up. That 4th and goal play literally was pissing me off because the fact that literally you threw a dart right at the receiver and the receiver freaking dropped it. I'm like,
it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty.
You know, I like this format. When we go talk about a score, we just go head to head, actually focus on our faces. Now, let's move on to the next game. Commander.
I hate ties. Jesus Christ.
You and me both.
And that is going to be the Sunday night game next week.
Makes sense. Didn't I call this?
We called it was either going to be a Dolphins game or that. But the Dolphins and the Chargers got it this week. Makes sense. Perfect. So we're going to see that rematch on Sunday Night Football. And rightfully so. It actually kind of deserves to be there. It's just
absolutely
the worst fact is I got to make artwork with those teams on there. So,
yeah, I mean, freaking Taylor Heineke, 270 yards and 2 touchdowns. Carson Wentz. Why'd they even bring in Carson Wentz? You got a potential quarterback, just lower on the 41 attempts.
I think they're gonna keep using Heineke because he's proven it. And he's proven what he can do now. And think about it. I want to be real with you guys. He's a former XFL quarterback. He had to earn his way back into the NFL. And guess what? He has done it and more.
Amen to that. Yes, sir.
Also, be paying attention to the week after the NFL season. The XFL season will start, and they just announced the uniforms today. Ooh, I'm going to be going to an Arlington Renegades game for sure, baby.
Tony, off air, we need to talk about what we're going to do after the Super Bowl. Jesus Christ, I'm going to have post-football depression.
You'll be fine. Eagles. A.J. Brown had this marked on his schedule. A.J. Brown had this game marked on his schedule because he was like, this is bullshit. He was mad as shit at the Titans.
19 yards, 2 tutties.
And guess what?
Jalen Hurts, MVP candidate.
I actually went back, looked at some footage of when they traded A.J. Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles. Vrabel was visibly upset. Mike Vrabel was visibly upset. And you know what this loss and what A.J. Brown did to the Titans did to the GM? It got him fired. Doesn't matter if he's 7-5 on the year. Literally, it doesn't matter if he's a 7-5. Literally,
you make piss poor decisions. You deserve to get fired.
Exactly, and you can't fire. I mean, you can't trade a top 5 receiver in the NFL. You can't trade a top 5 receiver in the NFL and expect to keep your job.
Conditions unacceptable. Literally, Jalen. They even had Gardner Minshew play. Well, what do you know?
Yeah, because it was such a blowout. They put Minshew in the game.
Jesus, Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown over 100 yards.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Look at the rushing yards. And you notice there's not much because they kept chunking that damn ball down the field. Also, notice Jalen Hurts has a rushing touchdown.
Jesus, and Derrick Henry only 30 yards.
The front four for the fucking what is it? For the Eagles, the new guys that they just signed for defensive tackle and Ndamukong Suh and I forget who. Go down real quick. Go down. I can pull up a name because the guy I know has tackles down at the bottom. Defensively, keep going. Linval fucking Joseph. And then you have Hassan Reddick up front as well. Dude, Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh up front is scary.
With Fletcher Cox as well.
With Fletcher Cox. Jeff, they have these scariest front four.
And Tony, the funny thing is, they have a top 5 pick next season.
Yeah, I know that's the scary part. And I don't know if they're going to add it on defense or offense.
Thanks, New Orleans.
Yeah, we'll talk about them in a minute, but
Yeah. Let's go back. Now, do I really want to?
Okay, I'm going to bring it up again. Because the stats still hasn't changed. Russell Wilson still has 2 less touchdown passes than Carson Wentz. And Carson Wentz hasn't played since week 6 on the year. And Lamar Jackson got hurt. He's going to be out for, a few weeks, I want to say. It's not looking really good. So Huntley came in, took care of business, did what he was supposed to do. They got the win. I don't understand the Broncos. I really don't.
That's right.
Where's the fire behind it? I need some fire behind it. Jesus Christ, because it's the worst.
Tony, you realize I don't give a damn right now.
No,
I'm having some fun with this Broncos country.
Also, just really quick news from earlier. We were talking about college football earlier. TCU and Sonny Dykes have agreed on an extension to 2028, making him one of the highest paid Big 12 coaches out there.
Nice. And also, let's just get this out the way. Get well soon, Von. While we're not talking scores right now, let's just get that out of the way. Get well soon, Von Miller. Get well soon.
Yeah, man. Out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. When I saw the play, when I saw him get rolled up, it was rolled up under an offensive lineman. And usually those kind of things always turn into some kind of knee injury. And yeah, this was actually what I was kind of expecting. It's the nature of the game.
Nature of the game. Get well soon. You hate to see it, but you know what, Tony? This Nets game also deserves this sound effect as well. Because of this game.
It was the Cleveland defense that carried this game. The Cleveland defense beat Houston 27-14. Kyle Allen couldn't do it. Houston offense couldn't do it. It was a bad game for you.
I mean, Nick Chubb did his thing, but Deshaun Watson only 131 yards, clearly showing the rust.
And we clearly know who's getting the number 1 pick in the draft.
Oh, Houston.
Yeah.
Do we really want Bryce Harper over there?
Well, first off, the quarterback for Bama, Bryce Hall.
Bryce Young. Is it Bryce Young?
Bryce Young.
Yeah, my bad.
Is going to be the number 1 pick in the draft. But he also, it's not like Houston has a bad history with quarterbacks. They really don't. They're also still a great quarterback.
I mean, controversy.
Controversy off the field, but still a great quarterback. Great quarterback. I mean, look, they made Matt Schaub look like a fucking god.
Because he had Andre Johnson.
Well, you also have fucking receivers galore on the outside as well.
It's literally the thing is the fact that the front office has literally shat the bed so many times in the Houston Texans organization.
Yeah, exactly.
If I can get, you know what, I'm gonna probably get sound effect from Beaches one Nets scene. Put your motherfucking head down, you goddamn bums. You have that team's just trash.
It's just bad. But yeah, Bryce Young, quarterback for the Houston Texans next year for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, next game, Mr. Lopez, as I'm going to get this up, you got this game. The Seattle Seahawks and the LA Rams.
Okay.
Geno Smith, great offense.
Geno has been putting up numbers all season. What's new is that this time he didn't have his little backup, Kenneth Walker, this game. He
Kenneth
actually
Walker,
he went down with an injury early in the game.
God damn.
But I think he's supposed to be playing this week, though.
Tony, what the hell is this? What the hell?
I'm telling you, he look, he does things that Russell Wilson can't. So that's why Seattle is 7-5. Seattle 7-5.
What? Throw touchdowns?
Throw touchdowns, throw yards, anything.
Jesus Christ. But also, Geno Smith, comeback player of the year. Not even close.
Not even close. Not even close.
Now, this game kind of shocked me. Also, speaking of injuries, get well soon, Jimmy G. Get well soon.
Yeah, that foot injury actually was very scary to look at. But apparently he's not even going to be needing surgery. It's only going to be out for 7 to 8 weeks and be ready for the playoffs. I'm like, no. At this point, shut him down. Use Brock Purdy. And
Mr. Irrelevant.
Well, look what he did. He did exactly what he was needing to do. It's just also at the same time, the defense for the Niners is elite.
The elite.
No. It's a different subject. We'll talk about that in a little while. But no, they are one of the best teams in the country. Like, period. San Francisco 49ers have the best defense. Maybe not statistically.
Oh, you don't score on the first. You don't score on the second half on them.
It's like good luck at trying to score on them. Seriously, because I don't want to try it.
Yeah, we already talked about the Chiefs and the Bengals. So next game, Mr. Lopez, is going to be this one. The Devontae Adams show, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Also, Josh Jacobs had a hell of a game too. Let's be real.
Yeah, 26 carries, 144 yards. If the Chargers don't make the playoffs, that coach is out of there, right?
I mean, I feel like McDaniel. Well, no, their Chargers coach is safer than McDaniels is in Oakland or in Vegas.
But if the Chargers fire their head coach,
it's dumb. It's dumb.
No. What if Sean Payton wanted to go to the Chargers?
That makes sense. I get that. But at the same time, I feel like it would be dumb to fire that coach because he's actually done a pretty good job with this team. It's just they're riddled with injuries that keep people on and off the field throughout the season. So, and also, Derek Carr was just chunking balls at fucking.
He's like, fuck it.
He's like, just throw it up. Give it to him.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that, Tony. Look at that.
Yeah, it's insane.
That is
8 catches for 177. 8 catches for 177.
That is absolutely ridiculous. But now, Tony, this one's going to be for you. This is you right now. When you saw this game,
we already talked about it.
Yeah, but I've been giving you.
I'm not talking about it again. We already talked about it. It's good. It's okay.
Where you
Cowboys win. That's what's up. Hell yeah.
And now, do I have to do this right now, Tony?
Do I have to do it?
This Friday, Mr. Lopez, I will have my funeral, my eulogy, my last Saint video of the season. The Saints have literally flat out broken me to the point where I'm just like, we did the live stream on the Monday Night Football game. You could see my heartache. I mean, link will be in the description. To that live stream right now. And
if you guys just look on our page and you see that it says Saints Bucks, just go towards like the 3:30 mark of that.
Shout out to Trent the Hedgie for actually time stamping that because I'm not putting in work. I'm not about to do that work putting in the timestamps. But yeah. You would think, literally, you see the box score. They were up 16-3 going into the fourth quarter. You like 13-3 going into the fourth quarter. You had a field goal. You're up 16-3. You're down 5 minutes. And what do? You shit the bed and you just fucking blow it because of poor coaching decisions. Mark Ingram, literally, should not have been in there, but he had enough room to get that first down. Couldn't get it done. Marquez Callaway hasn't been active since the Rams game. You do a quick slant to stop. Try to be cute with passing the ball. Quick slant, incomplete, stops the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Then Paulson fucking Adebo on defense gives up a pass interference call, sets Buccaneers up for a touchdown. That's touchdown number 1. Then three and out. Andy Dalton threw a beautiful dime to Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill in all things. Throws a dime, drops due to the hit. Incomplete. Couldn't get it done. You punt the ball again. And what, Tony, the thing that bothers me so much is you have all 3 of your timeouts. They need a touchdown to score. Would you at least burn any of your timeouts to save some time, expecting Brady to maybe get the score and give yourself a chance to do something?
Honestly, I probably would have, but at the same time, during the game, I was like, they're fine. It's not anything.
Yeah, and what I tell you, Tony, they're like, I don't believe in victory until I hear zeros on the clock.
Yeah, you did say that. And look, I was just hoping for the best. Honest to God, I was hoping for the best. But again, you guys will hear more about this on the YouTube channel on Friday.
I will go like this. I haven't done Saint videos because I don't feel like I should waste my time on this side.
Yeah. But yeah, you will be seeing that Saint video up on Friday.
I gotta work on it. I gotta perform my eulogy. I gotta get back to actually making videos.
He will be wearing a black suit just to be safe.
Goddamn right. I ought to be outside on this, digging a shovel and just burying my dirt.
But let's talk a little bit about the NBA because I feel like we're at a good part of the year where we kind of got a good idea as what some of these teams are starting to look like. Yeah. And we can tell you 100% for sure the Lakers are ass.
No, they're playing better. They're playing much better basketball.
They lost badly last night.
They
lost to Cleveland last night.
80 left the game with them, so I'll give him a pass on that
I understand he left the game with an injury, but this is Cleveland. This is LeBron James. This is his hometown. He's supposed to show up.
He's not. LeBron James can't carry teams now. I'm just going to say it.
Oh, yeah. But at the same time, they haven't proven. Well, AD, has not been proven to stay healthy.
Even though AD has been playing great basketball as of late.
But that's 2 games. My issue is he needs to be able to sustain this.
Yes,
for the rest of the season. But the issue is he keeps getting hurt. You can't rely on somebody who keeps getting hurt.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, LeBron. Look, you got your chip. You got your chip in LA. You got it. And I know it was in the bubble. I know everybody's like, oh, it doesn't count. It fucking counts.
It does.
And it was probably the most heart-wrenching, like, emotional championship because of the way they won it. I remember the entirety of the Lakers playoff run.
Literally, they got a break. They could just get healthy. That was such an once in a generational event.
Yeah.
The whole COVID pandemic, literally, it should hopefully never happen again. We weren't expecting this. We didn't know what to do. So the NBA did the best they could with the hand they were dealt. So literally, I will count that as a legit championship. I don't care what anyone says.
I understand you had flu-like symptoms, but damn, why were you even playing in the first place if you were having those kind of symptoms? I'm sorry, you're not Michael Jordan.
Tony, have you noticed back before COVID, if you had flu-like symptoms, you should play. I mean, they're like, play your ass off. But now with COVID, everyone's woken up like, hey, get healthy soon. Get healthy. Boy.
My whole thing is like, if you're feeling that bad, stay your ass at home. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm that person. I don't give 2 fucks if you have flu-like symptoms or not. If you feel like you can't play at least 70% on the court, and get the fuck off the court.
Facts.
Like, everybody else played well. Honest to God. But I'll be honest, Donovan Mitchell had a night. Donovan Mitchell,
I mean, he's a star, not a superstar. I think.
Literally, all they did was add Donovan Mitchell, and this Cleveland team is one of the best teams in the fucking league right now. No, and at this point, we might have to start considering Donovan Mitchell to be a superstar, because guess what?
He has to win. He has to win in the big time for me to get him.
But he's had his playoff runs. But also, my biggest issue with Donovan Mitchell when he was Utah, it wasn't him. It was the guy in the middle. Rudy Gobert was holding them back. Look at Gobert now in Minnesota and their mediocrity. Donovan Mitchell has been giving time to shine in Cleveland, and he is their star player. He is making moves. He's making big moves. He's changing. I thought this team would have been just a mid-tier playoff team. They're the top team, in my opinion. They're the top team in the fucking East until unless the only other team that can say that. The only other team that could say that is Boston at the moment.
Whoa! You're saying Cleveland?
It's either Cleveland or Boston.
Not Miami.
No, it's not Miami.
Not Milwaukee.
No, they're struggling right now.
Milwaukee currently has a 1-game lead over them.
It's either Cleveland or Boston. One of the two.
Give me Milwaukee. I'll take Milwaukee. What's up with Miami? Why are they struggling?
They just can't seem to. That's another thing. They're not staying healthy. They're not staying healthy, and honestly, they're just at a. Look, it's still early. Look, they're 11-14 on the year right now. They have time to turn that around.
What?
They have.
I'm trying to keep as I'm producing. This color works for NBA as well.
Go red.
Okay.
Also,
how red we talking?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Now, like everybody thought, Utah started off hot. They can make the playoffs. Stop it. They have no stars. It was just a hot start, and now they are very much cooled off to the point where, we know what they are. And now the real teams are starting to show up. Everybody thought New Orleans could be a top 4 team. Right now, they're proving it.
If Zion and CJ McCollum stay healthy, sky's the limit for them.
Not even so much CJ. If Zion can stay healthy. Because guess what? We're all like, CJ and Zion, but also Brandon Ingram is going to be there for the scoring. They have pieces there that they can make a run. They can make a run.
And they have depth in the bench.
Exactly. And they also have big muscle in the middle with motherfucking Steven Adams. That man scares the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna mess with anybody who has any kind of Polynesian roots that are from New Zealand. Nah, fam. Nah. I know better. I watch wrestling. I know. No, not doing it.
Calm down, Tony. But
you know what I'm talking about, Jeff.
We'll get to that in a bit. But Tony, where do you see the Mavs in this whole? Do you see play-in or playoff?
I say playoff. I say playoff. Especially if the scoring can stay steady from everybody but Luka.
Because I'm gonna show you the playoff seedings right now, the standings right now.
Oh, I know. We are currently 7 right now.
Give it, Tony. It's for the chip.
But listen, my thing is, they're 7 right now. But in reality, they can move up. They can. Sacramento's playing incredible, but I don't know how long they can sustain it for. Light the beam, great gimmick. They're playing their asses off. I don't know if they can sustain that. Denver, they're going to be there. Like, let's be real. Denver is that team. If the Clippers can stay healthy, they can be there. The only other team that I'm really worried about in this whole scenario is sitting there at 10.
The Warriors.
They're 13-12 right now. This is early.
That's what I've been keep trying to tell you.
This is early. They're going to be one of the top teams in the league, period. And the Mavs just beat the Phoenix Suns the other night.
And
yes, I will say, yes, they didn't have Chris Paul. Don't care. Still.
So, Tony, my ceiling for the Mavs is getting past the first round. They've yet to do it. I do not see it. Western Conference Finals. I will be shocked if they get there again.
I can see it. I can see that. I can see them making the West Conference.
They need help. They need maybe.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They do need help, but at the same time, they can get there. All they need is what? Maybe one or two pieces. I mean, and also, Kemba, get fucking healthy. He signed you for a reason, and then now I hear the rumor of the Mavs are interested in Derrick Rose. What the fuck is Dallas turning into? Look, I would love. Don't get me wrong. Derrick Rose is way more healthy and way more of a producer on the court than Kemba Walker right now because he happens to be able to stay healthy. His only major injury of his career was the one that took him from being the top player in the league to a mid-tier player. That knee injury that killed his bounce. But now he sustains it. He is one of the best players in the league. Well, off the bench. You need a guy who can bring a spark like that. And so, fuck off.
I'm being strict.
Jeff put on the screen for anybody who's listening to this audio. He said, put on the screen, SOS, Mavs need help.
Am I not wrong?
You're not wrong.
I think I'm having too much fun with this, am I?
You are. Look, we still have a lot of time. We're almost to. What's today's date? Today is the 7th of December.
Yeah, you think I played basketball today.
We haven't even gotten to the Christmas Day games yet, so let's chill.
Yeah, that's what I keep trying to tell you, Mr. Thomas.
Well, we still have to talk about it because it's basketball.
Overreactions?
Yeah. Now, also, let's talk about the major baseball news of the day. Aaron Judge re-signing with the New York Yankees for, 9 years, 300 and how much?
390 mil.
Holy hell. That is, wow. Wow. And also, I don't think we've talked about it yet on here. The Rangers signing Jacob deGrom. The Rangers signing Jacob deGrom.
Can he stay healthy?
That's all I think he can. But look, it's a pitcher. So it's a major pitcher too. Like, holy hell. What's the one thing the Rangers have always struggled with? Pitching. But then they go out and sign Bruce Bochy, right? As their manager. They bring back what's the pitching coach's name that was here when they were Maddox. They brought back Maddox to be the pitching coach again. The Rangers might be back, my friend. And you know what? Be prepared for those fucking bandwagon fans to come out of nowhere.
I just want
as much as I love the Red Sox, look, if the Rangers are playing good, I'm in the area. I'll go to a game. It's going to be a little bit more expensive.
They have to be good to give you.
Look, it's more of like, I like going to the gym games. Don't get me wrong. We went and watched the Nationals game last season. Mm-hmm. We watched the Nats. The Nats, right?
I mean, hey, that was actually a good game.
I know it was, but still, it's a fucking Nats.
Yes.
Please, Rangers, do better. Look, they could still make some moves in this offseason. Look, they actually need a left fielder, like a permanent left fielder.
That I can understand that.
They probably need one more pitcher, and maybe that might be a reliever or something like that. And also, they need a true DH. They need a true DH because right now they're just putting people in that spot.
Yes. Keep preaching.
Why do I know this much about the Rangers? Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions. Literally, the Rangers, like, it's been pitching. It's been an inconsistency whatsoever throughout that whole front office and literally the whole organization.
But
Getting rid of John Daniels was a start. Getting Bruce Bochy, much better. Great.
it's one of
Jacob
the
DeGrom,
and I will say this, that is one of the few managers that I do know. I know Bochy. Like, I've sat there and I've watched the Giants during their championship years.
It's a shame. I don't have Chris Rios or up in here talking baseball, but I'll talk to him off air.
Also, do me a favor.
Which is
Pull up the World Cup playoff. We'll pull up what's going on right now.
in the World Cup.
In the World Cup of football.
You ready to go back to picture-in-picture?
Oh, there you go. Oh, I love the bracket. Oh, we got a bracket. Oh. Okay, so yeah, okay. They lost.
Tony, I'm sad.
I told you, said, "Oh, we need to win." I was like, dude, as soon as I saw they were playing the Netherlands, I'm like, don't get your hopes up. I'm that person. I'm like, I'm realistic. Don't get your hopes up. That's like, they lost to the Netherlands. The Netherlands are one of the best teams in the world. The Dutch are one of the best squads, period. And then Argentina, that's Lionel Messi, man. That's Lionel Messi. It's his last World Cup, and they're making a fucking hurrah. They're like, we need to get there.
Give me Argentina on that one.
I'm still saying Netherlands. I think this is Messi's last match for Team Argentina.
They lost. I'm sad.
The Japanese lost to the Croatians. That looks like it was in penalties. It was in penalties.
Yeah, it was in penalties.
Also, Brazil. Holy fuck! Why did you have to do that to South Korea?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! But Brazil is the best team ranked in the World Cup, and they have the best players. And Neymar is healthy. I'm gonna take Brazil in that one.
Give me Brazil easily. I'm gonna take Argentina and Brazil in the semifinal.
Netherlands and Brazil for me. England smacked Senegal in the face. France smacked Poland, and I will take. You ready for this? I'll take France.
France, huh?
I will take the French.
The French. We have this documented.
Morocco and Spain went to shootout, and Morocco somehow beat the Spanish. What the fuck is that? Wait, I didn't realize they lost. Holy Jesus.
Spain is out. Wow.
But look at Portugal, what they did to Switzerland.
Yeah. 6 goals.
I am going to take Portugal, and here's the funny thing.
Easily.
Cristiano Ronaldo didn't play.
God damn.
And they got 6 goals. I'm still taking Portugal. So out of the last 4, I will take Argentina and
I'm going to take a Brazil-England final.
I will get a Brazil and France final.
Brazil and France?
Yeah, Brazil and France. Yeah.
What's with Brazil? They're always so good in soccer.
That's what they do, man. That's what they're raised on, man. That's what it is.
They want the Brazilian World Cup. Can we get the World Cup here? That'd be very nice.
We are. In 4 years, the World Cup will be in the U.S., it will be in Canada, and it will be in Mexico. But the finals, the last semis and the final are in Arlington.
Tony, I don't care how much money we have to drop. That is a once in a lifetime.
Yeah, I'm not going. It's too expensive.
Tony, I don't care if I have to do payments on it. I will make that happen.
All right. But now let's talk about some other things that are going on in the world. We got the game awards are happening tomorrow.
Game awards are happening. I have yet to make my decision if I want to go to do this or do I want to actually watch it as a casual fan.
I think at this point you should watch it as a cash. But I think at least in video games right now, it's becoming
two-way rates. I think Elden Ring takes it.
It's either Elden Ring or God of War, and I would say, in my opinion, I would say God of War. But
God of War should win like on the story aspects, but like they'll win like best narrative and all that. Like the game of the year, it's still Elden Ring.
Yeah, and I think they just put out new DLC as well for free too.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're putting out DLC for free, I mean, man, that's a good start. And also the news this week that Microsoft is going to be like most gaming platforms and raising their prices by $10 to $70 per game starting next year. Yeah, and it made sense. I understood. We all saw it coming probably about 2 years ago, to be real with you.
But Tony, don't be surprised if we get a price increase on the Game Pass.
That's fine. That's cool. All right, cool. I mean, I'm still going to get the Ultimate, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah, I mean, look, Ultimate gives you everything. And, like, if I felt like getting a PC, I would still be able to have it there.
I could if I wanted to.
Also, that Marvel.
Ant-Man, I'm excited for. Guardians is going to be sad. I'm going to be sad.
That is going to be one of the most heartbreaking movies. I still feel like there's going to be that comedy aspect to it, of course. No. It's a James Gunn movie. There's going to be something there.
And James Gunn leaving for DC.
This is the send-off for James Gunn. This is it. And it's coming out on Cinco de Mayo.
The May slot. Okay, that made sense. But literally, I'm like, man, also, by this week, we should be getting another Across the Spider-Verse trailer.
That's just true. Also, in one of the funniest trailers I've seen all year, and I might actually go see this in theaters, the trailer for Cocaine Bear came out. What the fuck is this movie? But look, here's the worst part. I saw the info on this. This is based on true events. On true events.
I'm gonna get this out the way, Mr. Lopez. I literally saw that trailer sitting in the movie theater at Northeast Mall watching Violent Night, and I'm like, this is literally the dumbest concept I have ever seen in a movie.
Mm-hmm, but
why? No, I'm not.
But
I'm not seeing this.
I'm absolutely seeing this movie. I'm absolutely seeing this movie.
All I could think of is a good friend of mine who loves bears, but we ain't getting the
But look,
a bear full of cocaine.
Well, okay, so the actual story is legit. Like, they caught somebody who was trafficking drugs, cocaine in particular, over the border of Georgia and Tennessee. And yes, a bear actually ate 3 to 4 like
kilos.
Shipments. Yeah. And he actually didn't go crazy like that. Like, no, he didn't do that.
It's a bit dramatic, but for dramatic purposes, it makes sense.
But then like when they found the bear, it was literally just bones because like the amount of cocaine that it dissolved in the system actually like deteriorated its body.
God,
which is wild to think about, but I absolutely want to see this because this looks like madness, I tell you.
The fact that it's based off a true story,
based on true events. They didn't say true story. No, they did not.
Sorry, I'm sitting down and I'm just like, oh,
this is like, he got super comfortable.
Yeah.
Now, Jeff.
Hello?
I feel like this is the safest time for us to finish off this whole pod, to start talking about some wrestling. And Jeff, how would you feel about doing some picks for the NXT show? I never said Ring of Honor because, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be at Ring of Honor Final Battle this weekend, but I'm not doing picks for that. Just to be fair.
Card?
Oh, I got the card right here. You got the card too.
What's the card? Where's the card?
It's in our Stadium Junkies group chat.
Okay, Pretty Deadly went.
Literally, just pull up that picture. That's the whole card.
I am. I see it. I see all of it. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna share it. So
You should
because
put it on
that's
the
a
screen. Put it on the screen.
No, I'm not
Put-
doing that right now.
We'll
I'm
just
not
put the
gonna do
picture on the screen.
that. Just for a
But
little bit.
I will go ahead and say this. I'm going to start with the Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. I actually understand they've been building this one pretty well. Two Scottish women with history in British Indies and other things like that as well. Now it's gone over stateside. Now it's going to be a good match, and I'm going to take Alba Fire just to be.
I don't know who, but Alba Fire. I think she still has a lot of momentum.
Oh, great amount of momentum. Yeah.
Braun Breaker. I'm getting this out of the way. Braun Breaker beats Apollo.
I think so too. But I still feel like that's going to be a really good match to watch.
How do you feel about this deadline gimmick match that they're doing?
Okay, so do you know the rules?
25 minutes, you get pinned, you score a point, and
hold on. So 2 people start the match.
Mm-hmm.
Every 5 minutes, another person comes out. At the end of the 25 minutes, the person with the most pinfalls is the winner. But also that puts the person who comes in last at a severe disadvantage.
I'm Survivor.
I like the idea, and I like the idea that they had 4 legends pick the 5 people in this match. Like in each match. And for the men's and the women's. I understand it. For the men's, they have God, I fucking hate this guy. Grayson Waller. Axiom, who won the last chance entry to get into this match. Carmelo Hayes, Joe Gacy, and JD McDonough. And for the women,
I'll take Carmelo.
You know what? In this case, I'm going to take Joe Gacy.
He's already had his match with Braun Breaker.
This is a different situation because Gacy also has Schism with him, and they make a difference. They do make a difference. That's what I will take Gacy in this. It's going to be weird, but I also think Carmelo Hayes is due up for a main roster run at some point.
Carmelo, literally, all I see is superstar. I'm like,
he reeks of superstar.
Yes.
Now for the women, we have Cora Jade, Zoe Stark, Roxanne Perez, Kiana James, and Indy Harwell, who won her last chance.
Give me Indy.
This is going to sound weird. I'm taking Roxanne Perez. And I think she will be the one to take the title off of Mandy.
Doubtful. I think it's Indy.
Well, also,
the only issue I have with Roxanne is Cora. The Cora.
Yeah, I think I think as soon as she wins that title, it's going to be her and Cora.
I mean, for the title, that would make sense, but I don't think it. I think it's too early. It's not.
Dude. Mandy's been champ for over 470 days.
But can she win can she win clean just one time?
Mandy, she has.
She's
actually won. There's been multiple matches in this title reign where they were not allowed to be at ringside. In the triple threat with Miko and damn, where the hell has she been? Where the hell have those two been?
What?
Satomura and Blair Davenport.
Good question.
Yeah, they haven't been on TV in ages, and she beat them both clean. There was no interference.
Cool. That's all I'm asking. Just literally, her title reign has just felt like been interference.
But there has been multiple matches where she has won fair and square. Like, it's just they tend to, in bigger situations, have have her win via DQ. But the last match is the most interesting one, which is not going to be the last match on the card. The last match on the card is Braun and Apollo.
Yeah.
It's fucking New Day versus Pretty Deadly. What the fuck is this?
They need somebody to make the tag division better, and
They're like, oh, we've beaten everybody. I'm like, have you? Have you beaten everybody?
I like the idea of having the New Day as NXT Tag Team Champions.
It'd be the only championship they haven't won in WWE.
I love the idea.
Do they do it though?
Huh?
Do they do it though?
I think you keep the titles on Pretty Deadly.
I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to take the New Day on this one.
Would I be mad? No. I'm literally just like.
And also, that means.
Can you imagine them building up the new talent down there?
Yeah.
Just putting great matches after great matches, helping the tag division grow.
You do realize this means we disagree on 3 matches.
This is what you wanted.
But also, look, I think it's going to be a good card. It's happening at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern.
I don't know what I'm going to be doing.
And I will be coming home from watching a Ring of Honor event, which we kind of do need to talk about somewhat. It's mainly because of the AEW aspect of this. Okay.
Just give me something on Ring of Honor, because literally
So, yeah, Tony Khan in his presser today pretty much said we will find out more about Ring of Honor television after the event is over. Pretty much for the media scrum, which he's been doing after every pay-per-view, is having a media scrum. So I guarantee you, as soon as the pay-per-view goes off the air, he will have something on either Ring of Honor's YouTube channel or AEW's YouTube channel for the media, probably both, to be real with you, live streaming the media scrum while it happens, which we know those are infamous for some events happening. Maxwell having the screaming matches saying, I'm going to go film a movie the next day, or the CM Punk bullcrap of all time. That's what I'm going to call it, is bullcrap. But so far, we've only got 5 matches on this card, and you know damn well Tony Khan is going to add more matches to this card. You and me both know Tony Khan well enough to know that he's not just putting 5 matches on a card. This man is going to
absolutely not.
And we still haven't gotten any confirmation on, is FTR going to be on this card? I think they are.
They should be.
I have a feeling that we're going to find out tonight on who FTR is going to be facing off with at Final Battle. But as far as I know so far, we have the Ring of Honor Championship match between Chris Jericho, the Ocho, and Claudio Castagnoli. Now, there is a very interesting stipulation on this match, Jeff.
What?
If Claudio loses, he joins the Jericho shit show.
It's the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Play the booze! It's the Jericho shit show! Play the damn booze! Boo! Boo! Jericho shit show! Boo! Yay, Blackpool Combat Club! Yay!
Go JAS! Go JAS! I appreciate Jericho.
Stop it. We also have a Ring of Honor Pure Championship match between the champ Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta. Now, we must remember there is no punches to be thrown in a pure match, and there are 3 rope breaks. If you run out of those rope breaks, you don't have any more rope breaks for the rest of the match.
God damn!
It is a pure wrestling match. Also, there is a women's title match between Mercedes Martinez and the challenger, Athena.
Oh.
Yeah. That one intrigues the hell out of me. I'm actually going to try to pull this up on Wikipedia real quick. Ring of Honor Final Battle 2022. Let's go to Wikipedia because they're always updated.
Yeah.
For some reason, they really all are always updated. Oh, yeah. And there's also a Ring of Honor Television Championship, which is actually probably one of the more intriguing matches for me. It's the champion, Samoa Joe, facing off against Bullet Club member Juice Robinson, who is now signed with Ring of Honor AEW. He's not signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling, but he is still a current member of the Bullet Club.
God damn.
Yeah, think about that real quick. And also, the last match that's confirmed so far is Shane Taylor and JD Griffin versus Swerve in Our Glory. So
Swerve in Our Glory, huh?
And there is a graphic. So it is official that it is going to be Swerve and Keith Lee versus Shane Taylor and JD Griffin. Shane Taylor and Keith Lee go back. If you go watch old Ring of Honor, they were a tag team. And then Keith Lee goes on to do his own thing, leaves poor little Shane Taylor behind. But Keith Lee was the bigger star. He was the guy who he was the guy to make things happen. He was that guy.
Of course he was. It's Keith freaking Lee. What'd you expect?
It's Keith fucking Lee. But let's be real. This could show some more implications going through Keith Lee and Swerve's little.
Swerve is going to turn on Keith Lee. I'm guaranteeing you that.
Yeah, I have a real good feeling that's going to happen as well. I have a good feeling it's going to.
Either this match or soon after.
Now, will I say this is going to be the last bit of the matches we're going to see? No, I guarantee they're going to announce either some tonight or on Friday on Rampage. And what I predict is, one, there will be a six-man tag team championship match that will include my favorite guy.
Your favorite guy?
The Peacock himself.
Oh, stop it. This is your favorite. Oh.
I love it.
Hey.
Also, I predict there will be probably a Colt Cabana match on this card. It just makes sense. Colt Cabana was a surprise on the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view. He more than likely is going to be here too. Also, they are going to have the OG Ring of Honor team, Caprice Coleman and Ian Riccaboni, calling this show. And I love the fact that AEW was like, these two guys are Ring of Honor. Let's keep them with us. Let's make sure that if we're going to make this Ring of Honor, we're going to keep it as Ring of Honor can get. You know?
Yeah.
But this is going to be a good show. Now with WWE stuff going on right now.
Nothing happening until January.
Well, Survivor Series just happened. And
great show.
Sami Zayn is going to have the most emotional arc in all of wrestling in the next few months. Let's call it
remember when Brock Lesnar had that promo with Sami Zayn saying, "Hey, you got this. You can do this." Now look at him.
Yeah. This is, and also Solo Sikoa, not really digging the antics.
Most protected person in the bloodline besides Roman.
And he's just out there, arms crossed, not looking saying a word.
All menacing looking.
If you notice the colors I'm wearing, I'm repping the bloodline. Because we the ones.
But seriously,
it's the most intriguing storyline in wrestling right now. Like Jeff Like
Facts.
I know you've enjoyed it as well. It's been
Oh
one
yeah,
of those.
oh yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm just wondering, where's the end game? Where is the end game?
I have no idea. We won't know for a while either. But I guarantee you it will have something to do. We'll start seeing the ends of this around Royal Rumble, around Elimination Chamber as well. Because I don't think the bloodline will be dead, but I feel like the Sami Zayn part of the bloodline will be dead.
Oh, and they turn on him. Oh my God, that's gonna be heartbreaking.
And it will cause, I'm going to predict, we're going to see Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. Makes sense, at least storyline wise.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But we will see in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, we will see Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. And will he lose? Yes. Will it be heartbreaking?
Yes.
Even more so. Will Sami Zayn be the most popular superstar in WWE for one night?
Oh,
absolutely.
They're like,
I just don't know where I don't know who's going to be the champ at the end of it all.
All we can do is wait and hope.
Because WrestleMania is still around the corner, and it's one of those things where we don't know what's going to happen. Like, we still don't really know. I don't think WWE really knows their game plan yet. Like, there could be I'm going to just start throwing things out there. Cody could come back, win the Rumble. The Rock could come in, win the Rumble. Bray Wyatt could win the Rumble. Seth Rollins could win. I'm just putting things out there. There's so many different things that could happen. But at this point, it's all speculation because of all we know.
All we know is that Triple H has been great under creative. He's gone dub after dub after dub with these pay-per-view, with these premium live events. But literally, I just trust Triple H. The only thing he's messed up with is literally the SmackDown Women's roster and Ronda putting Ronda as champion.
He didn't do that.
That was Vince.
That was a Vince thing, and we've just been dealing with it since. And we're really.
I do appreciate that Ronda even was like, hey, that was on me. She pitched the idea for that bad DDT spot, and it didn't. She went like on a tweet to say, hey, yeah, that was on me. So
who is the most popular heel champion in wrestling right now?
MJF.
Absolutely.
MJF, not even close.
MJF is one of those guys right now who can do all the wrong and still get love.
Like Roman, would I really classify him as a heel right now?
Yes, absolutely.
At
this moment in time, yes. At this moment in time, yes. But do I consider MJF to be the purest of heels?
Yes.
Yes. He turned on Regal. He used the firm to get a title shot. He did.
Yeah,
he used the firm to get a title shot. And now he's champ. But what's next for the champ? That's the question. The answer is next week against Ricky Starks for the AEW World Title. For the Big Burberry belt. That is the ugliest shit I have seen on any belt.
No, that looks good.
That is awful, Jeff. That is actually awful.
That looks great, man.
I agree with Tony Schiavone. That is the ugliest thing I have ever seen in my life.
That is the prettiest thing.
Bro, that Burberry don't even look good.
That Burberry looks great. I was like, wow.
Why?
That looks good. That looks really good.
Oh, Jeff, no, don't tell yourself that. Don't tell yourself that.
It looks good. You gotta get used to it.
No.
It's not as bad as it's champion.
I just feel Like,
See, Tony, you see how annoyed you are right now? That's the point.
it's not good. This is not good.
That is the point. And that's why it's good, because it's getting a reaction out of you.
It's not a good looking belt.
That's the point, Tony. It is a great belt because of your reaction right there. He's a heel. He wants you to be getting mad, getting all sad faced, like you're like a sad little teddy bear, or what did I say, teddy bear or panda bear right now?
Teddy.
A little sad little teddy bear. He's like, it's not a fat, it's a ugly looking. No, what is it? See, you're nodding your head. That's the point. That's why it is so good. Deep down, you know I'm right.
What I will say is, MJF is going to be a champ for a while. We don't know who he's going to lose to.
At least a year.
As of right now,
at least a year.
Well, no, I don't even think that long, because I don't think heels need the title. I don't think they need the title. I think a babyface needs a title to hold it longer than a heel. I think he could have this for maybe 2-3 months, and that'd be a great title run for him, because he is a heel. The title doesn't define him; he defines the title. For just difference for babyfaces is the title does define them.
How they defend it and all that.
Exactly, like Jon Moxley. If it wasn't for the titles, he probably wouldn't be like thought of as one of the best in AEW right now. Honestly, if it wasn't for Hangman winning his title, I don't think he would still be that guy.
Oh yeah,
and we're probably getting a Hangman. We're getting a Hangman Moxley match next week, probably.
That man, can Moxley take a vacay? He's long. Can he take a vacay, please?
As of right now, I understand why he's not. It makes sense. Especially, look, his wife is on the road with him, so they're chilling. They're also going to be in Texas a lot for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
they're in Austin. They're in Austin tonight. They're in Garland, Dallas area next week. They're going to be in Arlington this Saturday for the final battle for Ring of Honor. But yeah, it's going to be a good weekend for wrestling, honestly. I didn't expect to say that in January at all. It's actually going to be a good weekend for wrestling.
Usually that's a dead period until the Rumble.
Yeah, you would think, but this weekend, yeah, it looks actually pretty good.
Let's get this out the way. How much are you getting? How giddy are you going to be for Wrestle Kingdom?
Oh, I said it last week. I will be watching live.
Copy. Tony's not going to get any sleep.
No, I might live stream it.
You have clearance. You do what you got to do.
I might live stream it, and if anybody's up at that time, then yeah, that's going to be even better. But at the same time, I don't expect anybody to be watching. I don't.
As long as you know.
Unless I get fans from Japan somehow, that would be wild.
Yeah,
or the UK, because you know what? That's in the morning for them. So
you have clearance on the StreamYard. You have Twitch, so you know what to do.
Yeah. Now that's pretty much it for the show today. Follow us on the social. Everything is down in the description. Everything is down in the description down below. Jeff is going to be putting out his Saints video on Friday. We will be back on Sunday for the live stream reactions of the Miami Dolphins versus the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday Night Football. I will make sure to actually have some booze on me.
Please do. Also, Tony, should I ask the coworkers or should I ask you what type of alcohol for Sunday?
Okay, you need something flavored and you need something light because you don't like dark. You clearly don't like dark.
It wasn't that obvious with the brand. The Coke helped that so much. That brand deal.
You need something dark.
Need something. I don't need something dark or need something light.
You don't need something dark. You need something light. So I would say go for a vodka. Go for something flavored. What's a flavor that you like? What's a flavor that you like?
I mean, Shit, I'm willing to try anything. I like Mike's lemonade. I mean,
look, there should be some Mike's Harder lemonade that you don't. Well, that's not shots, but
I do like. I prefer actually bottles over cans when it comes to Mike's. Just a classic bottle. I can just drink that like it's none of my business.
yeah.
And it is cheap, but Hennessy, not for 45. Not for.
No, but I'd definitely say go for a vodka. If you go for a plain one, go for like a Tito's or something like that.
Smirnoff?
Tito's.
Tito's?
Tito's
Or
is better.
Texas vodka?
Tito's is Texas.
Man, I forgot to put this. I forgot to put the banner up, but Tony, since we're wrapping things up, there's got to be one thing I gotta say for my TCU people.
One more time.
The Hypnotoad. All glory to the Hypnotoad.
My name is Tony Lopez.
And I'm Jeffrey Burtis.
Signing out. Peace, y'all.